Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Grouse, man. Big ups to that 501. Little Rock and that 317, man. Indianapolis. We are in the building. And I'm back with another one, man. I've been scouring the internet all day trying to find some things to talk about, trying to find some boxing to talk about. And I think I got something. I think I found some nice little stories that we can dive into, you know what I'm saying, and break down. I believe the first one I'm gonna start with is Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. Man, it's a fight that been talked about. Really haven't had like a set date for it, but Teofimo came out and had some interesting things to say about his potential fight. Well, his fight that's looming with Vasily Lomachenko. Let's go ahead and get to the article and big ups to Bad Left Hook for the article. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, man. Can he bully Vasily? The title of the article is Teofimo Lopez planning to bully Vasily Lomachenko. Says fight won't go 12 rounds. Ooh, fight ain't gonna go 12. Ain't gonna go 12. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see if I can make that better for y'all. Yeah, there we go. Let me put let me see the background. The background gonna be Mike on Sports. Yes, sir. Or should I do it like this? Nah. I'm gonna go do it like that, man. Let's go ahead and show y'all the full article. I'm still getting used to using StreamYard, you know what I'm saying? So you guys bear with me. I'm not using Ecamm no more. Ecamm was just it was just too big, man. A lot of different functions, so a lot of things were like glitchy. But with this right here, man, it seemed like a lot smoother transition. But he's saying he's planning the fight won't go 12 rounds. Let's go back on some like revisionist history real quick. Vasily fought Pedraza. Tough fight, you know what I'm saying? Pedraza was a guy coming up from 130, so he's not like a natural 135. And I don't know if even Teofimo is a natural 135. I think he's a more of a 140 than he is a 135. But I don't think Vasily Lomachenko has faced a guy as big as Teofimo Lopez and has the kind of power that it seems like Lopez held. It really, really, really showed in that co-main fight with what he called co-main with. So I'm not I'm not saying that he can't do it. I'm not saying that he won't do it. But those are some big words, you know what I'm saying, coming from the Teofimo Lopez camp. Let's go ahead and get to a story. Boxers and promotional firms are trying to stay busy right now with no major live cards likely to happen until at least June, which has led to a lot of Skype interviews and what you have, blah 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 blah. Teofimo Lopez has plenty to say recently, chiefly about his likely lightweight title unification at some point this summer or whenever with Vasily Lomachenko. Lopez spoke with top ranked Christian Puncher about the fight and predicts a early end. Lopez says, I feel like it's going to be not a quick night, but it's going to be a good middle round type of fight where it's going not going to go all the way. It's not going to go 12 rounds. So he's saying he's not planning on getting him out of there early. He's not going to try to get him out of there first 1 or 2 rounds or nothing like that. What he's saying is, you know what I'm saying, he thinks from maybe round 5 on or round 6 on, he's going to be able to break his guy down, break down Vasily Lomachenko because maybe he hasn't felt the kind of power that Teofimo Lopez is gonna put on him. Who knows? But like I said, for a guy who was a 2-time gold medalist and Vasily Lomachenko, who was considered one of the top 3 pound fighters in the world, top 4, top 5, however you got it. That's a lot of talking right there, man. And one thing that I learned in my life, you let a sleeping dog lie. You don't go over there and try to wake that dog up. You might get bit. And these kind of words are bulletin board material for Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? We've seen his training regimen. You know what I'm saying? The guy's training regimen is on a different level. He does a lot of unconventional things, a lot of things outside the box. So with that being said, If you're Teofimo Lopez, I know you're confident. I know you feel it in your soul. I know you believe you can beat Vasily Lomachenko. But do you really want to come out here and make these kind of headlines, make these kind of words? You know what I'm saying? Give Vasily Lomachenko that added motivation. Do you want to do that? Hey, some guys, you know what I'm saying, different. And I feel like Teofimo Lopez is different. I like the way him and his father talk about him. You know what I'm saying? They are very, very confident in their abilities and their training methods. So it's gonna be a good ass fight. Lomachenko, 14-1, 10 KOs, will have major experience and technical advantages, which he has against pretty much everyone he faces. But Lopez is a natural 135. Like I said, I think he's more natural 140, which Loma is not. And they already trying to make excuses for Loma. He's not a natural 135. He shouldn't be at 135 then. And he thinks that they can use his side and his power to his advantage. I don't see it being technical, said Lopez. It will be technical at some points, and then at points it's going to be pretty much muscling him, being a bully. Oh man, wow, he wants to bully that man. Lomachenko and Lopez was tentatively planned for May 30th on ESPN Plus pay-per-view from New York, but top-ranked promoter Bob Arum recently told us he's not making any concrete plans for the fight right now, and he's waiting to see how everything shakes out with this coronavirus, you know what I'm saying, pandemic. So like everything else in the world, you know what I'm saying, and like a lot of things are on hold. A lot of things are on hold, but going back to the fight, just thinking about the fight and breaking down the fight and getting SpongeBob ass off my screen. Go ahead with yourself, SpongeBob. I'm really digging this fight, man. I'm really liking this fight. I do like Vasily Lomachenko. I'm not saying that I don't like him. I think he's a damn good fighter, but I think sometimes people tend to maybe overhype him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has too much cachet. Like he only has 14 fights, got one loss. Had a close fight with Gary Russell Jr. A lot of his fights, you know what I'm saying, you can look at it and say, oh man, what the Guillermo Rigondeaux fight, he fought the guy that were two weight classes, and I give props to him because he didn't take no celebration after the fight. He just told the truth, like the guy was too small. He wasn't supposed to be in the ring with me, and he showed that night. So like, Vasily has skill, but I just think, like my man said, the takeover is coming. The takeover is about to come and it's about to be upon us. And I think the takeover is looking like a guy in Teofimo Lopez at 135. I really think that him and Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, you might start to put him in there. You know what I'm saying? He has been looking very, very impressive his last couple fights. But I think him and Devin Haney are going to be the two down the road because they probably won't meet up at 135. Maybe meet up at 140, possibly even 147. That's the glamour division. That's the division that everybody loves. And I think those two guys are going to be carrying the torch for boxing for a long time. And don't forget, those guys got past history. They got past beef. They got past animosity. And maybe they need to straighten it out in the ring. Going on, speaking of Devin Haney, speaking of the young phenom, speaking of the young American dream, you know what I'm saying? He made the news. He made the news today. He had some words for the WBC. He feels like, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get the quote. Let me get the screen share right quick. Screen share. Crown tab, Devin Haney. Share that right quick. Yes, sir. Take him off the screen. There we go. Devin Haney wants big fights now. I mean, we all know that, man. He was on the heels of Vasily Lomachenko for a while. He'd been calling out Ryan Garcia earlier this week on social media, so we know he wants the big fights now. And he feels like he should be reinstated as WBC champion. The WBC champion in recess wants his belts back one way or another and says he's seriously ready for big fights. Let's get to the article. Let's see why he's so confident about him wanting his belts back and him wanting to Uh, wanted to make big fights. 21-year-old man. Let's just take take a second and think, man. Devin Haney is 21 years old. Has a promotional deal with the Zone. Is widely considered maybe one of the top one or two or three young fighters in the sport of boxing. 21 years old, already champion. Already was calling out Vasily Lomachenko, one of the pound for pound best champions in the world, but could not get the fight. They made him the franchise champion and gave Devin Haney the regular WBC belt or the WBC belt. I hate to call it regular, you know what I'm saying, because you are a champion. So he's been knocking on the door of a lot of people. A lot of people not willing to come to that door and answer it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the article right quick. 21 years old. Wow. Devin Haney was the final fighter to take part in today's Eddie Hearn Instagram Live bonanza. So Eddie Hearn did his Instagram Live today, and he had Devin Haney on. And here's some quotes from Devin Haney. I think there are so many big fights out there that can be made. Lomachenko, Teofimo, Gervonta, Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna. I know he didn't say Adrian Broner, but I'm going to slide Adrian Broner in there too. We need to start making these fights now because eventually guys like me, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, we're going to move up. The time is now. You got to appreciate that from a young guy who's 21 years old. He's not trying to take the easy route. He's not trying to go out here and get all these tune-ups. He's been doing that, man. He's been fighting down in Mexico City with 16 years old. He's ready for something real, for something lavish, for his name to be in those bright lights on pay-per-view or in a big fight with the likes of Gervonta Davis or Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? Or Teofimo if he comes through against Lomachenko. Back to some of his quotes. I'm ready to make it happen, he reiterated. I feel like I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I'm ready to take on whoever the fans want me to fight. I'm not doing it for clout. I believe in my skills. I believe I'm the real deal. I want my name to live longer than I ever will. I want my name to be mentioned with the greats. Man, those kind of quotes right there, man, that's the kind of shit that I love hearing from a young guy. 24-0, 15 KOs. I'm not. He ain't doing it for the clout. He could care less about getting clout off these guys' name. He has the clout. He has to deal with the Zone. He has the bad, you know what I'm saying, the Black Chinas and things like that in his life. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has the celebrity, so he doesn't need clout from any of these guys. Let's be real. Like Gervonta is probably a bigger star than him in the hip hop urban world, but you got to say sometimes Gervonta's name is being mentioned for the wrong reasons. I ain't seen Devin Haney name mentioned for the wrong reasons yet. That's all I'm saying, man. Maybe he understands that that this is to be great, man. You gotta sacrifice. And it seems like that young man has that down pack, has that concept really sunk into his brain. Haney then Haney went on the shelf. You know what I'm saying, had a shoulder surgery. WBC ordered Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna to fight for a vacant title, but with all this coronavirus going on, it's not happening. Now it's postponed. So should they be fighting for a vacant title now, since that is postponed and Devin Haney's feeling back he's to 100%, or should they fight for a number one fighter eliminator spot? I'm not a big fan of having guys fight for a vacant interim title when the champion is right there and he said that he's ready. But talking about the matchup with Fortuna and Luke Campbell, Devin Haney thinks it's a 50-50 fight. Either one of those guys can beat each other. Luke Campbell, he's a good fighter, Olympic gold medalist. I take nothing away from him. He put up a good fight against Loma. He showed that he was a force in the division. But every fighter he stepped up against, he pretty much lost. I can't really say that he's really one of the top guys. So he ain't really impressed with Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like that is true. Linares, he lost. Lomachenko, he lost. You know what I'm saying? Even though he gave Buffalo guys a pretty, you know what I'm saying, nice fight, he still came up a little bit short. I feel like they should reinstate me because I got stripped because I wasn't active to fight my mandatory. But the two mandatories never fought. So what sense does that make? To be clear, Haney hasn't been stripped. The champion in recess designation means he can get an immediate fight with the WBC champion in that division as soon as he wants one. We've seen the same situation over the years. For example, when Vitaly Klitschko retired after 2004 win over Danny Williams to retain the WBC title. The WBC made him champion in recess. When Klitschko returned to boxing in 2008, his first fight saw him exercise that option, and he beat Samuel Peter to take his belt back. Furthermore, it means that the WBC has a chance to offer a vacant belt to Campbell and Fortuna for a fight, where the WBC collects sanction fees instead of not collecting sanction fees on a cold belt held by an injured fighter. That's true, man. So at the end of the day, man, it's all about them sanction fees. That's why they're fighting for that vacant title. It's not because they want to see one guy be champion. It's not because they want him to be champion in recess. They just feel like, hey man, we got two guys that are really and ready to fight, and we're gonna put them as the two mandatories, let them fight for a vacant belt. We get these sanction fees, and then we'll come back and let them fight you for the same sanction fees. So they just double dipping. You know what I'm saying? No different than any other sanctioned body, which I believe sanctioned bodies are not the best thing for boxing. I understand why we need them, but all these titles gotta stop, man. Gotta stop somewhere. It has to stop somewhere. Also, Devin Haney made some more news. Yeah. Oh, Devin out here talking that shit. He ain't just out here talking because he want to talk. Talking that shit. Real Devin Haney. Amir Khan said he was holding back on me, laughing my ass off. I helped him get ready for Bud. That's something you might want to keep to yourself right there, because he ain't looked that good against Bud. You ain't do much help him, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really help him a lot to get ready, because he got his ass whooped. He took a nice ass whooping that day, dog. He took a nice ass whooping that day. He paid to spar me. Now he's on the list. So he's saying Amir Khan's on the list, man. Once he get up to that 147 mark, he may be able to fight Amir Khan. And I mean, look, I don't know how much longer he has at 135. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's trying to get a big fight before he leaves 135, but I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. But he's got his eyes set on Amir Khan, and he's already been in the ring sparring with him, and he felt like he's been disrespected. The guy said he was holding back on me. He holding back on me? Nah, bro. That ain't how that work at all. You know what I'm saying? So now he on the hit list. Now he on the dream list. You know what I'm saying? He got to get it. I like that from that young man, bro. I like that from that young man. That just tells me a lot about his psyche and his personality and what he's trying to achieve in the sport of boxing. I know people like Mike is just talk. He's just talking. Hey, everybody just talk a lot. You feel me? People out here just talk to be talking. But when he's willing to put action behind his words, like he's not out here saying that he want to be the A side or he got to do things on his terms. No, nigga, make the fight. Make the fight. We want to see the fight. And that's what he wants to see. And that's what he wants to do. So I ain't got no issue or no quarrels with the way he's talking and the way he's putting these guys on Front Street. Let's get to this last little thing that I want to talk about, man. Maurice Hooker, man. And I just want to give a big shout out to Maurice Hooker and Regis Prograis. Really do you see two guys coming off a loss like they did, willing and ready to get back in the ring with each other? You know what I'm saying? Most guys want to take a little tune up, maybe go up to 147. You know what I'm saying? Hooker has just got him with Bomax, so maybe he wants to fill the process out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We seen the press conference with Bomac talking really, really greasy, you know what I'm saying, telling Regis that he gonna get stopped and all that kind of stuff. So, and I've been trying to get Bomac on, man. We just been missing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really got a response to my texting yet, but I'm definitely gonna get him on, man. Get an interview with Bomac and see how he feels about the state of boxing, just how he feels about boxing overall in general, and what this coronavirus is doing. But back to the story, you know what I'm saying? My hat goes off because Regis Prograis, he ain't took a fight since he fought Josh Taylor, and to go right into a fight with Maurice Hooker said a lot about his psyche too. Like, I'm liking what I'm seeing from certain guys in the sport. All these tune-ups and all these going around the way to fight Joe Blow and a guy that you know you're gonna beat. It's cool, and I understand you got to get your bread, you got to get your money, but we as fans, we ain't trying to indulge in all that bullshit. You got Hooker, you got Prograis, you got Beef, you got Eddie Hearn right there in the middle, who has worked with both guys. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, he was a part of getting that World Boxing Super Series finals over there on the zone. So with that being said, man, Maurice Hooker, I want to knock out Regis Prograis and shut him up. So, man, like, this goes back to the amateur days. Like, this ain't no new beef. This ain't no something that just happened. Like, Maurice Hooker felt like he got robbed in the amateurs when Regis Prograis got a victory over him. Most people say, well, I've interviewed both guys, but I get different stories from both guys. Regis tell me that most people in the crowd thought he won. Then Maurice Hooker telling me everybody in the crowd thought he won and things like that. But getting to the story, look at Mighty Mo, man, he a frail 140, boy. I tell you that, man. He need to, maybe 147 might be the thing for him. Just give y'all a little background. Maurice Hooker was on the Eddie Hearn IG thing. The 30-year-old and Regis Prograis was set to meet April 17th in Maryland, but the fight, like all others at this time, has been postponed due to the coronavirus. Hooker lost to Ramirez last July in a barn burner. You know what I'm saying? It was a damn good fight back and forth. Bounced back with a quick tune-up in December, first fight under Bomac, and is looking forward to the bout, but it seems a little bit more personal to him than we might have thought. See, you guys ain't do your homework, you know what I'm saying? If you thought it more personal, then now it's been like this. Like, this ain't no new shit. This been like this. Here's the quote coming from Maurice Hooker. I just want to get in the ring and shut this guy up because he talks too much. I'm ready for whenever it happens. I'm just going to go in there and take it round by round. Listen to my coaches. I won't go for the knockout unless I see it. I have every skill to beat him. I can outbox him. I can outfight him. I'm ready to shut him up. I want to get in that ring with him. I want to knock this guy out, shut him up, and put him on his ass. The fans think I'm the underdog. It's okay. It's cool. I'm still going to beat him. Hooker also asked about a potential welterweight fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, two guys he knows very well outside the ring. Hooker laughed and wouldn't make a pick. It's a good fight, he said, stating the obvious with a smile. I will be there. I don't know, man. It'll be a good fight. So, you know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to burn too many bridges, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to burn too many bridges. But like I was telling you guys, man, like, this is being personal, bro. Both guys been yapping back at each other for the longest. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? They've been yapping at each other since the amateur days. Y'all see the face off, man. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. And that's the question that I want to pretty much pose to you guys. That's the question that I want to pose to you guys. Leave me a comment in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Let me know who you got. You got Prograis You got Hooker. Also, I should have did this shit early. Let me know who you got right here. Can it be done? Can it be done? Can Teofimo Lopez bully Lomachenko? Can it be done? Can it be done? Can this man go out there and bully Vasily Lomachenko? Also, should my man, the young phenom, should Haney be reinstated to champion? Should Luke Campbell and Fortuna fight for a vacant belt, even though he said he's back and he's willing to fight either one of them at a moment's notice? Should they? Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. And that's pretty much all, man. Follow your boy. Let me see. Can I pull that up right quick? Hide that. And go back to the brand banner. I like these banners. Y'all can follow me on IG at Gross1911. You can follow me on Twitter at Gross2312. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody out there that supports the channel. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to your boy. Just go ahead and smash that thumbs up, man. And let me know the answer to your questions down in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Can Hooker get the knockout? Can he? Can he do it? Till next time, man. I'm out this thing. Yes, sir.